Christian Aid has always recognized that power is the issue, and addressing power imbalance should be the focus of our work if our work is to address poverty.
When we started working in Pagadian, I remember we approached the parish priest of the Catholic Church in the city and asked them to get involved in interfaith work. And he said, I will support you, but I cannot participate because 2 of my brothers were killed by Muslims. So that's the reality that we entered in, a reality where violence has really divided the Christian community from the Moro community.
Muslim being a minority are discriminated upon. They get lesser social services from government.
Especially in the work that we do in Mindanao, it became very important that we approach the work in an interfaith manner, that our partners worked with other faiths so that there is more solidarity about the core issues.
Our approach to development integrates the spiritual with the economic and the political.
We tried to bring in our issues to the interfaith. And then the Christian help us in advocating for our rights. And little by little, government listened to us.
In the urban context, it's often about poor communities being stuck somehow in the most high-risk areas.
Nya gamay nga uwan, nya basta maghanto just gabi hantod maugmaan, ang tubig tagis nga rin tagaliog na mo. Ang tubig sa ang mo trabaho, mo eskwela nga sa una mga bata basta mabtag uwan, dili mi katabok nya. Kaning among balay,
they're living beyond the danger zone, along creeks, under the bridge. They're living in very congested environment, and there's no way for fire trucks to really go there and in case of fire.
Christian Aid provides assistance in a direct way, but this kind of assistance only goes a certain extent. But enabling communities to use their power to change their situation is a much more sustainable way to go forward. Then they can take this power and do something about their situation themselves.
Importante kayo ang pagtanaw na to sa power relation tung aron ang mga tao giba aron ang mga tao aduna sila'y katakos sa paambit o pagparticipate diha sa bisag unsa nga pamaagi nga local decision making processes sa barangay. Diin sila ad makabargin o makabargin sa ilang demand nga makatabang pag-develop sa ilahang community.
The participation of the marginalized sector in local governance, particularly in disaster preparedness, is very significant, considering that they are the ones greatly affected when disaster comes. So it is primarily important for them to really participate in local governance.
And then, birahon, full.
later on di sad malalim mga pila ka years una sila nakasabot nga mao din ni panggobyerno nga gusto namo nga kinanglan i-appeal mi, kinanglan nga konsultaha mi nya napamidaghang ginbuhaton nun nya og dili kami kinsa man.
When we speak of power and resilience, we not only look at the power relations between people in power, as in institutional power, and poor communities. We also look at power within households. And it is the case that there is still a lot of gender-based power imbalances.
Domestic violence, usa sa mga dakong issue po diri sa Cebu tungod kay nagtuot nga doon na siya kalambigitan ngadto sa kawadon or poverty.
Napayo sa anang gisikaran ko na yan bang ano yan na gisikaran ko ano pag ano diri ko na iko sakit kayo Apiang ko dili. Sa pagkakaroon din ako mahadlok, bisag kinsa pa mo kuan ako diha kay na-empower naman ko sa women's mo na nga di na jud ko mahadlok. Nanay daghang manalipon na mo. Ug usan ako ana na may mga gidaw-daw sa mga silingan ako na mutabang na ko nila.
In some communities that we work in, it is about indigenous communities struggling to secure tenure over the land.
Ahato po ya tao tanom ko ay binuldoser la po ba ito? Yahati kanayon, hati pa hati sa sinimulan kon ba bihala binuldoser ba ito? Mga laya na po at nini hati tao tanom ko. Mayin po nin pagkalaga siguro kulang halo ang gato ya tanom ko'y hati kayo ya umunin pakinabangan siyempre nin alon buat hiko.
Kaya't napakahalaga ang lupa sapagkat yan ang aming buhay. Kapag inihiwalay mo ang katutubo sa lupa, siya ay mamamatay. Sabi ko, ang lupa ay buhay sapagkat ang lupa ay kabahagi ng isang kabundukan na ang tawag namin ay kabagbagan. Unong kabundukan na siyang aming pinagkukunan ng aming ikabubuhay, mga halamang gamot, maiinom at iba pa.
Sabi namin na kami ang mangunguna sa pakikinigisasyon para maiwasan yung pagdanak ng dugo, maiwasan yung pagkakaroon ng mga hindi magandang pangyayari sapagkat alam namin na ang aming mga elder, ang aming mga kalalakihan ay pagod na at sila po ay handang magbuwis ng buhay para lang makuha ang aming ancestral. At maiwasan yung mapaalis talaga ang pagmimina sa aming lugar.
Patuloy nin ang sumuporta, hinupaman niya arapan niya problema. Handa akong sumuporta, maski na nin. Hapag hangkakitan ko na ya, ikaganda ni lugar habay ti agkoy na nin tunggan taytay habay ti anay pag-asaya han mari ko nin maski man matiko ay atiko rin ang sumuporta hapag kapanahon.
I know there is a much brighter future in the Philippines if the poor and the marginalized are really able to influence the decisions that are made in the country, that resources, policies really work in their favor as a result of them coming out to raise their voice about it. I know there is a much brighter future ahead for all of them. It may not look like it now, but I know it's coming.